live on the internet. Hello everyone, this is Michael Getz and welcome to the hometown. As you may know, I'm in school again trying to finish a degree in online video, and as part of that project I go out and do these live webcasts. And today I have a very interesting story. It blows my mind. If you're a student at ECU, you may not even know that we have a 3D printing lab service at at the library. And I'm here today talking with Dan. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I appreciate you taking time today. Can you tell us a little bit about what's going on?
So, my name is Dan Zuberbeer, and I'm the Education and Instructional Technology Librarian here in Joyner Library's Teaching Resources Center at at East Carolina University. And I manage our 3D printing service. And so today we're just going to talk a little bit about kind of the basic process of steps you need to go through for 3D printing. And we also have something printing for you right now.
I know, I was looking at that. That is just amazing, and of course we're going to talk more about that. Now, if you're not sure about this stuff, let me tell you, I mean, there's more to it than just kind of making some cool little widgets and stuff, little plastic toys and whatnot. You know, if you have been around computers long enough, you probably remember a time when it was either in the computer or it was outside the computer. You might have made a cool picture or maybe a document or something, and you really couldn't do much with it. And then once the regular printers came out, you were able to kind of print maybe documents and stuff like that. But now they've gone beyond that. You can actually make physical objects. I mean, whether it be prosthetics and stuff like this, or whether it be things that maybe somebody invented that they just want a prototype for. It's just amazing time to be alive. And have you found that here at ECU there's really been a big demand for it?
It's been kind of hit and miss so far. In the beginning, the first 6 months or so, we got a fair amount of print requests. And we started the service in October of 2015, and by the end of the spring semester 2016, we got about 115, 120 print requests. And then kind of the interest has kind of waned over the last year or so. And we're not quite sure why, and so that's why we're here talking to you now,
right,
to try and promote the service and get the word out in a different way.
Right. And so there's so many ways that this kind of technology can be used, and it's becoming more and more common as we go forward. Might even be someday when you have robots made with these kind of things. What do you think? Is there going to be some wild future involved with these?
So the idea in the industry in the future, they think and hope that most families will have a 3D printer in their house.
Right.
And so if something, say, the volume button on your car gets broken and you lose it, or another part, or the door handle pops off, the car company can then say, hey, just turn your printer on.
Yeah.
And they'll stream that file to your printer and print it off for you.
Wow.
And so they want to do that instead of emailing you the file so they can protect their intellectual property.
Right.
But that's kind of how people envision the industry going.
Wow. And so could you tell us a little bit more about what's actually going on today and what we got here around us?
Sure. So this printer is our FlashForge Creator Pro. Right now we're printing just a little pirate coin medallion.
Back over there.
That's ECU related. It's a pretty quick little print, something that we give away at our workshops, just to show how the 3D printers build. It's called additive manufacturing. So they build layer upon layer upon layer. And why manufacturers love it is because you only use as much material as you need. With traditional manufacturing, you're taking a larger object, say like a baseball bat, and using a lathe to cut away material to make something smaller, or even milling with metal, doing the same thing. So there's we're trying to eliminate that waste.
And so that's it on the computer in the background. That computer is controlling this printer here while it kind of does, like you say, layer by layer, kind of recreates it.
Correct.
And so as we go forward, you know, what other type of things do you see that this could be useful for? Any ideas?
So right now we have a couple really interesting things. We have a PhD student in the Department of Biology whose research focus is the 3-spine stickleback fish.
Wow.
And so we're printing off models for him that he can use in his research. We had a surgeon over on ECU's medical campus contact us to help him reconstruct a chest cavity, and we were able to do that for him for an upcoming surgery that's next week. And so it's there's a lot of exciting things, and the ECU community is starting to see 3D printing as a tool that can help them solve a problem or get something done, rather than just a novelty where they can print little knickknacks that sit on a shelf or their desk somewhere.
Right. And also, I'm a substitute school teacher, so I can tell you for 14 years it has been so cool just to be able to create something I can show my students rather than just looking at a picture in a book. Do you see a lot of application for that kind of thing?
Yeah, and that's really my focus, my specialty, is trying to help educators, whether they're pre-service teachers here in the College of Education or in-service educators already out in the field, to help them integrate technologies like 3D printing. So one example would be this population density map.
Wow, cool.
And so being able to 3D print something and bring the digital into the physical world can make a huge difference on how students can comprehend the material. So most people probably saw something similar to this printed in newspapers last October, November, to show how many electoral votes each state has for the presidential election. And so they would, in a newspaper, a 2D image, they would just use different shades of the same color to identify, yes, California has the most electoral votes and has more than North Carolina or Montana or Wyoming. But being able to print it off in 3D, you can see, and it's much more clear, the differences between the states.
Absolutely. Very cool, man. All right, Ben. Well, we're going to go ahead and leave today. I think I'll be back more often and stuff. Is there anything you want to share with us, like people that want to be involved? How would students and faculty get in touch with you?
Yeah, the easiest way to find out about Joiner Library's 3D printing service is Googling ECU 3D printing. Our 3D printing research guide should be the first thing that pops up in your search results. Clicking on that'll lead to our research guide where you can find out a slew of information. We are also offering training sessions on the 3D printer, so you can come in and after 30-45 minutes of training, you'll be certified to come in whenever the 3D print studio is staffed and print your own models.
No doubt. Very cool. I appreciate you taking time to talk with us, and I'm sure we'll see you again.